Navy and Notre Dame have one of America's classic football rivalries. They meet tomorrow for the 86th year. The 86th year in a row. The game will not be played in South Bend or Annapolis, but in Dublin, Ireland. Verne Lundquist and Gary Danielson of CBS Sports are there to cover the big game. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
So what's the reaction in Dublin to be able to see these two great American dynasties?
Well, there's a buzz about the town. We've got 35,000 Americans who've come over, both Navy and Notre Dame alumni and fans. But it's secondary to the all-Gaelic semifinal. It's going to be played on Sunday. We will have a sellout crowd.
They
here,
have their sports.
And I think it's going to be a terrific game.
Yeah, in perspective around here, football's second place this weekend.
That's right. And we're not prepared to comment on the all-Gaelic semifinal, except that the winner between Dublin and County Mayo is going to play Donegal next month.
Beyond that understandable...
What's your take on this one?
Oh.
Go ahead. I'll just make this point. Beyond that understandable more attraction for the other sport, are they interested in American football?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, I think, yeah. Everywhere. I traveled all around. We went to the Cliffs of Moher. We went to Bunratty Castle, and everywhere I saw not only Notre Dame and Navy fans looking around and curious about the football game, but the locals also asking me questions about the game. So they know it's coming. They recognize Notre Dame and Navy as two of the icon football names in college football, and they're anxious for the football game.
Charlie and Nora, just a quick point about this stadium. This is called Aviva Stadium. It's only 3 years old, and they have to convert it now from a rugby pitch to a football turf. And they're a little bit behind the process right now. So we expected both Notre Dame and Navy to play on the pitch or practice on the pitch today, but they've been told, stay away, we're still lining it for football.
Well, Verne and Gary, I'm jealous. You know, the O'Donnells are from Donegal. And the Irish eyes are certainly smiling. But talk about kind of the larger business angle of this. I mean, why did these two college teams decide to have this game in Dublin? We've seen the NFL do some overseas games. What's the business angle?
Well, it's the second time they've tried this. They were here, the same two teams, in 1996. And I think the Department of Tourism of Ireland saw great benefit in hosting this. There's a theme, an all-Irish theme that is called The Gathering. And you'll hear a lot about that during the telecast. It's an emphasis on all things Irish that begins on January 1st of 2013.
You know, I think also, Nora, is that, the tradition of this game, Notre Dame plays Navy at home every year, but in the other years, when they play Navy, they play in other stadiums, NFL stadiums around the country or overseas. So this is really a Navy home game over here in Ireland, which has got everybody a bit confused. But Navy has got this game here, and they're going to be playing a football game that seems kind of like a fun game to everybody. Everybody's involved in going out and talk about it, but also a very important game for Notre Dame and Navy, because when they look at their schedules, really Notre Dame needs to win this game, and they kind of have to shut everything out and concentrate on a Navy team that is very determined after last year kind of booting away a lot of games that they had a chance to win.
How do you see the college football season ahead? I see the rankings include Southern California, Alabama, Louisiana State, Oklahoma, and Oregon. Verne, I don't see Duke on the list.
Well, they aspire to get inside that top 25, Charlie, and one of these days they will accomplish that. Gary and I, we do the SEC every week, I think we're informed about all of college football. That's our task, but I think Southern Cal is deservedly in that top three. But don't discount Alabama, LSU,
Indeed.
And then, of course, South Carolina won a tough one against Vanderbilt last night.
Great program.
I think you did nail it, though, Charlie. I mean, when you look at this coming season, it's the name teams again that are actually looking up there that are really favored to get back.
Verne Lundquist and Gary Danielson, thank you very much. Verne and Gary will call the action tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Notre Dame against Navy from Dublin, Ireland, right here on CBS.